this is day one of my try to become consistent once again. Uh, since my sickness, I've completely lost any resemblance of consistency whatsoever. I've been training one day per week, maybe sometimes every second day, sometimes once per month. I have not been studying at all ever since I got cured. Let's just said. Um, this video is just mainly me trying to get stuff behind. There are some things I need to say in order to get it off my chest, so maybe it will not come up as much. I used to write in my diaries before the sickness. I amassed 6 full no, notebooks about this size each with my thoughts, contemplations, and whatever. But now, every time I sit at the book, I just get depressed, when I look at who I was, where I was, and how much I had, how consistent I was. For 4 years straight, I did not miss a single training session. I didn't miss a single meditation, no matter where I was. Even when I was hitchhiking around Europe, I still stuck very hard with all of the little and big things that I set for myself to do daily. And now, it's hard. You look at it and you see you had basically everything. Studying was simple, it was a breeze, and you peak performance. Like at certain points, I was able to do 300 push-ups a day, and the next day I would just barely be sore. It's like now I do 10-20 push-ups, and the next day I'm all sore, and it just really depresses you. It's like when you're just like a completely tiny part, like a shadow of your former self, like a just tiny shadow of the self that you once were. Oh, maybe I managed to get over this. Like yesterday was my girlfriend's birthday, and thanks to my suicidal favoritism, let's just call it, I sort of ruined her birthday. I tried my best, I tried everything I could to cheer her up and be nice to her and make the date nice, but in the end, I tried to be happy, positive, and whatever, but in the end, I just, completely got depressed, devoid of any emotion. And at some point, I saw that she was sad, and I just couldn't care. It was harsh for her, I know, but I couldn't even bring myself to feel an emotion. I was just so completely alienated. Like, it feels as though I just don't even feel emotions. I feel so far away from everything that I do not go into anything, you could say. no matter what would be happening, whether it be something very positive or negative, I just stare blankly, let's just call it, and just look at stuff and say, yeah, that happens. It's like eventually we'll all die, so what does it matter if it happens now or not? And what does it matter what life you live, you know? In the past, I had dreams that maybe one day I could become a therapist and help people. And I give it my all. I spent countless amounts of nights studying, trying to understand how humans work and the anatomy and physiology and theology and all the stuff that makes up the human and how it all comes together. But I guess it's all useless now anyway. It doesn't matter. Now I'm just going from day to day, thinking, trying to come up with reasons as to why I should live. And like, I don't see any. It's like because I'm not emotionally attached to anybody or anything. It's just like I tried to to care emotionally about people, but it just doesn't work. It's like my mom is alive, my grandparents are alive, and well, if they disappeared tomorrow, as bad as that would sound, I would not feel any different. My best friend committed suicide when I was younger, and I think something snapped in me back then, and it seems to be just progressively getting worse over the 6 or so years that it happened, where I just been continually getting more and more distant from, you could say, life itself at times. At times, I go through it's literally like peaks and troughs. I have peaks where I feel like everything is possible again, and I have the motivation, the surge to do everything, and then the next day is just completely the opposite. You see events happening, and it feels like everything is just crashing, and everything is being destroyed. So why should I try to build anything if it will get destroyed anyway? No matter how hard I try or try to make things right, in the end everything turns around to come out bad or worse. And when you see something like that, eventually you just come to a point where you think, why should you care? Why should you care if every time you try to care, everything goes bad? Would it not be easier just to not care? So you could just become completely isolated and alienated and just not care. I don't know. As I said, I will try to do the exercises. I try to do the meditation, so to speak. Eventually, I hope to actually start doing meditation, but we'll see. I used to teach meditation before I got sick. I used to do a lot of things before I got sick. You never know what's gonna happen to you in life. So maybe something good will happen eventually. Bye bye. Until next time.